Thank you, Tamara, for taking the time to do this little interview with us from our series, Meet the Champions. Hi.
Hi.
So, may I ask you, how did you get into specialty coffee?
I think it all started with a coffee workshop in 2009. I went there because I have planned to open my own coffee shop. And I know, I can remember I was very, how should I say, fascinated about this coffee workshop, about the different types, how you can prepare coffee, the different flavors. And after this coffee workshop, I really fell in love with coffee. And so I also started to do all my educations. And yes.
All right. So through through a workshop, you got into coffee, and somehow that lit your fire for coffee.
Yes.
Great to hear. And as you are the Austrian Latte art champion, not once, how many times did you win so far?
For 3 times.
3 times. So you have been in Brazil, I know about that. Where else have you been already?
Then in Berlin.
Yeah.
And now I'm waiting for Taiwan.
Okay, so 3 times to the World Championships. That's an experience not a lot of people have. So
yeah,
deepest respect for that. So and talking about those competitions, of course we all want to win in a competition, but apart from winning, which you can do obviously, what do you get out of those competitions? What do you gain?
A lot of experience, a lot of fun, and a lot of friends. So going to a competition, yeah, you want to give your best and you train a lot for this competition. But I think on the other side, if you go to a competition, this is like a big coffee family. And with every competition, this family is growing. And especially in the national championships, I'm so happy to go there to meet all these coffee friends and to talk with them. And I think this is the most wonderful thing on the competitions.
So that's great to hear that you say that it's not only the experience you get, because I don't want to imagine how many liters of milk you use for practicing. And you also have a lot of fun there, which is also a very important part. And then making those friends, this friend and network of professionals and coffee enthusiasts. So that's great to hear that this makes sense to you.
Yeah,
okay.
That's great.
And I guess you have a lot of great memories connected to coffee somehow. Can you share your favorite coffee moment with us?
Yeah, I think I have 2, but the most emotional for me was the coffee championships, the Austrian in 2018. And I know it was the award ceremony, and Michal took our hands, so it was only Ali and me remaining on the stage. And he took our hands and shaking them, and suddenly he raised up my hand, and then I realized that I won this championships. And I never thought that I could do this because it was a very busy year. It was my second start at the championship. So the first one was 4 years ago, and I need a lot of time to go back there. And I know I was crying on the stage because I never thought that I could win it.
Yeah, this moment when 2 hands are kind of shaken around a little bit, and then suddenly out of the blue, your hand goes up. And that's when all the pressure, everything falls off your shoulders, and I can imagine crying in that moment.
It's unbelievable, this moment. So it's great.
Breathtaking, yes.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. Thank you for sharing this personal moment. And well, we know that you are a perfectionist when we get to latte art, to getting those wonderful pictures on top of your milk beverages.
Yeah.
But there is always coffee below that milk foam and the liquid milk. So what is your favorite coffee preparation for yourself to drink?
Yeah, it depends on the time. So in the morning, I prefer espresso. And in the afternoon, when I have time to celebrate my coffee and to drink, I like to prepare it with the Chemex. So that's then my favorite preparation.
Okay, so in the morning you need the boost from a nice espresso,
Yes.
and then in the afternoon when you want to indulge in the subtle flavors of coffee, then you enjoy a filter brew, and your preparation is the
Yes.
Chemex. Uh,
Yes.
Also a beautiful piece of design, isn't it?
Yes, I love it. So
Yeah,
the wood and the glass.
yeah. I think it was developed in Boston, and it was even used in a James Bond movie once.
Ah, okay, I didn't know it.
Yeah, I saw it a lot in Boston, so there is a connection for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So, and we had a little briefing before, and I told you that there are 4 questions and one surprise question in the end.
Yeah.
And the surprise question is happening now. So, which coffee you had in the last couple of weeks or month did surprise you most?
Whew. Um, yeah, it was an Ethiopian coffee.
So it was a coffee from Ethiopia which blew your mind. What was it about the coffee?
Yes.
Was it the flavors or the intensity?
Yeah. And the flavor was fantastic. It was so fruity, and there was a very fine acidity in it, and I brewed it with the Chemex, and yeah, I really loved it. The harmony in the flavor.
Hmm. Yeah, isn't it great how coffee can make us emotional and get us actually to the deepest core of ourselves, because it always surprises us again and again.
Yes, and there's a diversity in the different flavors, and yeah, coffee
Hmm.
is great.
Or coffee gives you practice, it gives you fun, and it gives you friendship. Yeah, what else can we wish for?
Yeah,
And
it's
experience.
true.
And
Yeah,
winning championships, it actually also makes you travel the world.
yeah, that's also a great experience to
Mhm.
see many new cultures and
Yeah. So
landscapes.
let's hope our best that you get that Taiwan takes place as it's planned. But 2021 is a special year, as we all know. Okay, so thank you, Tamara, for taking the time talking to us in our series Meet the Champions. So you've been the last of the interviewees here. So let's see what happens next on the SCA Austria video channel. Thanks for your time.
Yes, I say thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.